Hey coders, this is going to be the last video on games and how to help you kind of put up your finishing touches for your game. Again, the game is due on Monday, the 6th. So you guys have about the weekend in case you guys need to do some finishing touches or if you need to see me during office hours and ask for help. So in this video, I just want to cover optimization. So basically, once you kind of got all the basics of your game kind of created, I want you to start thinking about how to really make it fun and playable. Try to clean up the little details to make your game more fun. So, for in this sample, in this game, there's a couple things I could add, like for example, a score or a timer or things like that. But just talking about like playing the game, besides other things, there's some things I need to fix. Like for example, I can't jump when I'm on a cart. So if I hit up right now, I can't jump when I'm on a cart. Maybe I want to do a double jump. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. Um, so let's talk about just a few optimizations. So for example, I have in my code here, if I hit the up key and the player is touching the ground, jump. So I can do a little quick fix. So let's say if I hit the up key and my feet box is touching the ground, and I can do an and, or I'm sorry, an or player feet box is touching the obstacle. Then allow me to jump. So a quick one-line fix now adds an extra dimension to my game because now I can jump on obstacles as well as the ground. Okay. A couple other things that you should play with. For example, the world frame rate. So the world frame rate, as covered in my last video, talks about how fast the game is moving. And I think defaultly it's at 30. Let's suppose I change it to 60 frames per second. And now my game is moving much faster and more, I guess, challenging and a little bit more fast. You can, again, just by changing one line of code, make your game much more fast and challenging. Okay. So again, 60 means what? 60 frames or 60 loops, draw loops in 1 second. So now the game is updating much faster. Okay. And that, again, it's just a quick optimization to make your game much more faster and smooth looking. Now, again, it depends on your Chromebook and how fast it could load, how fast it runs it. These are numbers you can change, obviously. Maybe 60 is too fast. Maybe if I go 45, the game will go faster, but I don't know. It actually feels like it's kind of slowing down and not as fun to play. So this is, again, your opportunity to kind of play your game and figure out what number works best for you. Now, let's try something crazy like 120 and really see this game on steroids. Okay, so I'm actually going to take world frame rate here and actually add it to my watch window. And you can kind of see that it's going to cap off because there's just some things that the computer can't handle and it can't go faster than that. So you notice even though I put 120 here, the frame rate it's kind of maxing out about 63, 65 at best anyway. So again, it's trying to kind of good understanding of how fast the game loop can draw. So it looks like 60 is going to be the most consistent that you're going to get. Okay, 60 is about the fastest your game is going to be able to move. Okay, and again, just a quick optimization. One frame rate here. Um, adding the sprite. I think there was some other optimization. Like for example, the arrows are kind of coming out of my head. Well, maybe I want to fix that. Maybe I don't want it to start in my head. So under, I guess, reset arrow or something, um, it's putting the arrow way to the left or the upper left of the screen. But when I fire it, um, it's where my player is. But maybe I want to go a little bit to the right. Maybe I do like something like plus 30. And now if I shoot my arrow, it's not coming out of my head, it's coming a little bit in front of me. So maybe now I can just go ahead and move it down a little bit, maybe like another 30 or so. And maybe I could up the arrows a little bit too low now, right? So I'm trying to get it just about right. And again, this is just tinkering with your numbers to try to make it as realistic as possible. Maybe I'm going to lower down the frame rate a little bit because this is still too crazy fast. But at least it gives me an opportunity to see what my animation looks like. And now it looks like I'm actually throwing the arrow. Okay. So I'm maybe going to go back to 60 because it's more fun that way. But maybe what I'll do now is slow down the animation because my animation is kind of going too fast. Now that I have the increased frame rate, I could go to my animation window and slow down my shoot animation. Okay, it looks like it's going too fast. So maybe something like this, and it looks more realistic. And now it looks like it's not going fast enough because now it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to complete the animation in time. So maybe I need to increase it somewhere in the middle. Something like that. Nope, that's not working. Maybe I need to increase it. Let's try a faster shoot. Maybe something like that. Hit run. Yeah, now you can see me do the shoot animation really quickly. Complete the entire animation. You can see me do a little bit of a duck. And again, I mean, you don't have to go at 60 frame rate. This is just kind of like the maximum here. You can obviously slow down the frame rate, but increase the speed of things. But this is going to be the smoothest it's going to look. So if you don't want your character to move this fast, just decrease the numbers so that your player doesn't seem like he's on, he's hyper or something, or he's on steroids or something. Okay. So go ahead and just adjust the numbers, and that's all the video just wants to cover. At this point, I don't think you guys should increase the number of features in your game. At this time, you should just be just fine tuning your games so that you can get the feel of an exciting game and whatnot. Okay. All right, and that's all I wanted to cover.